right. We are getting...
Hold on, he's gonna go first.
Oh.
Hello. Hi. Yeah, sorry, I'm still here. I wasn't expecting you guys to immediately jump in. That confused me for a moment. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to start, let's just get started. Let's see some Minority Report.
Right, everybody's been waiting for it.
Yeah.
We're gonna give the people what they want.
Exactly. All right, thank you, Cruel. Then, without further ado, let's get started. So I'll give the countdown now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, welcome everyone to this run of Minority Report Everybody Runs for the GameCube. This game was inspired by the film of the same name, Minority Report, both from 2002. I am ratn, and I'm followed here by my friend Olim. Thanks a lot for being here, and he's going to help me out with the commentary. So without further ado, let's jump right in.
Yeah, the first level is quite strat heavy, so indeed we're gonna jump right in, collect some money, and then it's on to beating these dudes who are attacking us for some reason. In the next hallway, we already have a first potential skip coming up. Two guys are gonna come in. One of them sometimes gets stuck, and then the door doesn't close, so we can run right through. This time he did come in. Something to do with the pathing. We're not entirely sure what causes this. But anyway, after a little bit of technical movement, we're going to move on to the boss of this level, which is Serena, Andre Serena. He's gonna poke his head out for a little bit, and then he's gonna run back and flee, and we have to chase him. But we can actually catch him if we're fast enough. So on this ledge, we're doing some additional technical movement by tapping right instead of holding right to move a little bit faster than we're supposed to. Here he comes. We bought a gun, and using some pulse buffering, we're going to shoot him, stun him. Oh, we missed him.
I'm getting some very high latency, by the way. I don't know if this is normal, but...
Anyway, we got some extra money here, so it's not all lost. And in here, in this fight, the aim is to keep him standing. There are some combos that send him flying, but then you have to wait for him to get back up. And this way, we just keep him standing, so we can keep kicking and punching him. And that's the first level done.
All right, so we are part of Pre-Crime, so this is a police organization and from the future. And the weird thing here is that they are able to predict when murders happen before they actually happen. So in this case, it was Andre Serena who was the suspect, and now it's Nicky Jameson. And Nicky Jameson is actually suspected for murdering John Anderton, but we are John Anderton, so...
That's right. Our character is the murderee, and now the murderee is going to go after the murderer, which is seems a little counterproductive, but all right. Also, this is a level where we have a friend. The only level where we have a friend, in fact. His name is Barry. He mostly kind of trails behind us, but we do have to keep him alive. If he, if his health gets to 0, then well, we have to restart the level. Here is some more technical movement. We have to jump out from pump to pump, which is we do with a kind of jump punch. And here, to avoid the landing animation, well, that one, we kind of get stuck between a pipe and a railing.
And Barry died, so that's one thing that he really likes to do, so we don't have to restart the level because of this.
Well, this way we get to explain the strats a little bit more.
Yep.
So with that punch jump that you saw, you get a little bit more extra distance, a little bit more height, and so we're able to clear those pumps without having to jump to the floor downstairs and walk around. And we're gonna try to do it again.
All right. Maybe I'll do just a safe strat and take out one of these robots here. My God. The latency is not what I expected. Okay, let's roll with the punches.
Contamination lockdown.
If we get this now. Oh, right. So now we're gonna go into the next part of the level here, and you're gonna see that okay, we need to shut off some gas pumps here, which is also going to turn off this fire. You're gonna see I'm gonna go out of my way to grab some weapons. So the reason I'm doing this is that weapons make fights go much faster in this game, and there's a lot of fighting. So if we get more weapons, faster fights, that means a faster run, and we like that.
That's right. And there's some special tactics that we can use in this well, in this fighting system. Turns out the damage is not blocked by enemies, so if you can line them up you can do what's called a skewer, where you damage 2 enemies at the same time with a single shot.
All right, so it's going to be one opportunity for a skewer coming up here. So let's see if we get it. Oh, so close. Well, Barry helped out.
Look at that. Ah, there's Nikki, by the way. That's the final boss of the game. But she got away.
Yeah.
So now we have to play the rest of the game.
So what about this? Suspect John Anderton, but we are John Anderton. How is it possible that us, an employee of pre-crime, is suspected of murder?
That's right.
Wow.
We get back to pre-crime, and it turns out that the next suspected murderer is John Anderton, us. So now we have to escape our own police station.
So we're gonna figure out what's going on a bit later, but for now, let's see if we can do another landing animation cancel here by hitting some desks on the way down here. Yeah, we got it.
Nice.
Suspect name, John Anderton. Victim's name, Roy
So
Hayes.
now another thing that you're gonna notice is that I am actually, instead of just running, I'm actually jumping around the level.
Suspect name,
So
John Anderton.
I've got an override card upstairs in the ready room.
just making sure that I'm getting the trigger there.
In these doors.
So jumping is actually a bit faster. You need to get in sort of a rhythm, but once you really get the proper rhythm, it's about 10% faster than just straight up running.
Yeah, and it looks kind of cheerful as well.
Yeah.
By the way, we should point out that this is not John's normal outfit.
Yeah. So
Normally he's kind of dressed like the other pre-crime officers here.
yeah.
Now to get back
So
to
thanks
the
a lot for making the incentive happen. So now we get to be a superhero with these sort of swimming goggles. It
Right?
looks like.
It's a very classic superhero look.
Nice. Got a second cancel there. Oh. Well, there we go. This never happens.
I think it fits the jumping as well. It's like he's skipping around in his pajamas.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so bear skip. So I'll concentrate on the fights here. Maybe you can explain.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Ben Mosley, who's going to try to stop us. Of course, he's not going to succeed.
Get out of my way.
Once we reduce his health by a certain amount, he's going to call on his friends. But we don't care about his friends just yet. We just want to defeat him. He's going to keep calling in waves of enemies. And we're actually okay with that, because enemies are easier to deal with in larger groups. As you may have noticed, there's ragdoll physics in this game. Enemies get flung around, they hit destructible objects of the environment, but they also hit each other, which does extra damage. And so if you can get a large group of enemies together, you ragdoll one of them and kind of go, polling with the other ones. That's very beneficial. That's very efficient.
Let me just point out here that what really makes this game is the ragdoll physics. I mean, yeah, I remember when I started playing this game in 2002, this was really the wow. And the other wow thing are jetpacks.
That's right, it's coming up.
Imagine this, jetpacks in this game. I mean, can it get better than this? I don't think so.
2002, right?
Amazing. That's when we peaked.
That's when the gaming peaked.
So, first of all, in this level, very important, we have to play bowling. So let's count and see if we get a strike.
That's right. Also, the jetpack is invisible.
Yeah. This is a quirk of the costume. So we're really super John. Let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Yes.
I think that's strikes, right?
Strike.
There we go.
All right, so one new thing in this level is that we're going to start seeing triggers on a certain number of free crimes. So we need to defeat a certain number of free crime in this room. So you're going to see me just defeat a specific number of free crime and just to get the trigger for the next part of the level to activate.
Yeah,
all right, one of them survived. Oh, because he didn't fall, right. So you're going to see me like throwing enemies off ledges. This is because above a certain height, they just get an insta-kill from this. Oh.
Yeah, this ledge isn't super high, but it's high enough for the game to consider it an insta-kill. And indeed, very often the trigger of progressing in a level is kind of based on random groups of enemies.
Yeah, so here I sort of, here we need to defeat 3 enemies in each of the groups, but I lost a bit track of them, so that's why I went to kill all of them. So next, you're gonna see me, I'm gonna deactivate my jetpack and actually fall to my death, but I reactivate right before landing, and this makes for a much faster fall. Then you saw I went out of my way to pick up a weapon there, so that makes this fight a little bit faster. Again, we like weapons, fast. And that's it for this part of the level. And now we're going to the final part of the level. I'm going to go out of my way again to pick up some weapons. And we need to defeat 5 free crime here. So keep in mind, we're trying to prove our innocence for a murder. So that's what, but we're not hurting anyone here. Let's just be perfectly clear.
It's a misconception,
Yeah.
right? They're fine. They're just sleeping.
So if I touched the ground there, I was dead. So it's a risky strat, but you know.
They'll save
Gotta go
those
fast.
frames.
Yeah. So now we've done everything to finish the level, but we have a little bit of delay before the level ends, so we're gonna use that time to pick up some goodies, and then we'll be on our way.
Yeah, so there's an economy system in this game.
Oh my god.
There we go.
There we go. This weapon is not even that important, by the way, but you know,
It's
once...
This jetpack has a mind of its own.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. It's yeah. So now we're gonna encounter some new enemies. These are the security guards. We have some thin ones, some big ones. They have different attacks, and they so this level and the next one are actually surprisingly risky, because they can, when you have quite a few of them, they can cause quite a lot of damage. So let's see if we get this. Another funny quirk in this level. So here's on the right is a robot. This robot can be quite dangerous. We don't kill him though, because what happens sometimes is that the robot decides to shoot, well, accidentally shoot the policeman. And when the policeman or the security guard gets friendly damage, they start actually fighting the robot. So sometimes you see this mutiny happening.
Yeah, it can be pretty helpful, but especially the big guards have some attacks that, for example, grapple you or throw you to the ground. So it is a little time costly to be hit with by those.
Nice, I got exactly the damage I needed.
Oh, nice.
So now we need to get 2 more, and we need to get them fast before the room fills up with
All that's
enemies.
left is to slip out the back door and
Oh,
damn.
yeah, so auto-aim is a thing in this game. Supposed to be helpful. It's not always helpful. Yeah.
Very nice. You got them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, the trigger wasn't 2 very specific enemies, but all the enemies kind of look the same. So you either have to keep track of them or, well,
Yeah.
you know, be fast.
You can mark them by damaging them.
Yeah, so here's another skip. If you go across a bridge here, there's a cutscene. So we just don't go across the bridge. There we go. That's the cutscene skip.
So next up, we have a jump which is really tricky. It doesn't look that way, but there is a setup for this. I hope that we get it. Nice. So here, there's a vent section, which is normally 4 cycle, but here I'm going to run against the wind, and I'm going to skip the first waiting area by also doing the jumps. And now we just skipped 1 cycle, but since the second cycle is sort of out of sync, we're actually skipping 2 cycles. So now this section is a 2 cycle section instead of 4 cycle. Pretty nice.
That's right. Again, collecting a little bit of weaponry.
And now we're going to aim for that flower bed there to avoid another landing animation. This is a theme in this run. Robots are dangerous, we take them out first. Now we just, yeah, okay. That was my bad, that was my bad.
There's a grapple.
So there you see one of the special attacks of the security guards. If you get too close while aiming a weapon, they will get you. So now you see I'm piling up these 2 security guards on top of one another. This way I can damage both of them at the same time. All right, so we're still in the lore. We're still escaping pre-crime. We want to go see a friend that works at this Dreamweaver place. But on our way, this Clancy guy is like, well, I want to let you in this private party unless you help me getting rid of these hooligans in the mall.
Yeah, hooligans he calls them because they're beating up stuff in the mall. They're destroying things. And so John, being the good Samaritan that he is gonna beat up these total strangers so he can get into a private party.
So this is quite a long-winded level. We just have to defeat about 25 of these hooligans. One strat I will talk about though is that at one point there's going to be less and less of these hooligans, and so I don't always see where they are, so I will use the auto-aim to try to search for them. But apart from that, it's just fighting. So if there's any donations or anything to talk about, I'll let you take over, Crow.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'd like to quickly mention to everybody that if you want to stay up to date with our events, you can do so by following us on Twitter and Instagram under the handle BSG Marathon. Get a behind-the-scenes look at the event and stay up to date with the latest news on our marathons, events, and more. We're also in the process of uploading all of our VODs to YouTube at youtube.com/BSG Marathon. Be sure to check it out and subscribe to find one new video in your feed every day. And did you know that we also have several community events running at the BSG channel? A big example is the Colin McRae-a-thon, which happened just a couple weeks ago, which is a racing event happening at twitch.tv/BSG_marathon. That is BSG_marathon. So yeah, if you want to see more speedruns, more marathons, more stuff that you might not see here on the ESA channel, that would be a great place to check out. We've got a couple community events going, and you know, if you want to set one up yourself, be sure to hit us up. We're always interested to hear more.
All right, so here we got quite bad RNG. It's really random where the enemies spawn, and if they spawn far away from me, obviously that's not a good thing. So we're nearing the end of the level here. Let's see. Okay, we're being really unlucky here.
Gotta find the last one, probably.
Yeah, and yeah. Well, he's not here, so we'll go on a little search.
They don't home in on you either.
There it is.
They're usually occupied destroying things in the mall.
So I think I was actually in the area where I expected the last one to spawn, but since I was there, maybe it prevented him from spawning. This is something we see in the other levels. Now we just have to get rid of these guys.
Again, exploiting this ragdoll physics, bumping them into each other.
Another thing which causes them a lot of damage is that they hit glass. So always good to throw enemies in glass. Looks cool as well.
Oh yeah, and Clancy's happy now, so we can get into the Dreamweaver Theater.
Yeah, so this is supposed to be a party, by the way. You let me know if this looks like a party or not. So one little strat that we have in this level is so these robots to kill with the impact shotgun, they take 2 shots. But if you're at a slightly different height, sometimes you can get in 1 shot. So this didn't happen then, but there's one more chance for this to happen soon. This is the famous attack. Very dangerous. There we go.
1 shot.
Yeah. And then the security guard is just attacking some random person. I don't know why, but yeah. Sniff our fingers.
Very important.
So now we're finally home. We're, you know, the police looking for us. Why do we go home? Don't ask me. But anyway, we go on the interwebs and we talk with our buddy Barry, who ruined level 2 earlier. And Barry is like, what does he say? Maybe you can explain.
Well, okay, so there are 3 precogs, which are mutants that predict these future murders. But the reports that he's sending only contain 2 of the files on this future murder that John is supposedly going to commit. So what happened with the last one? And so John doesn't trust it, and he's gonna go find Iris, which is the inventor of the whole precog system.
So here I only had to take out the 3 enemies coming out of the elevator, but I guess you will see a pattern now. But Auto-Aim decided otherwise and aimed at the enemies that we didn't need to kill. I go out of the way here to pick up a weapon, and all is good. So at this point, we're nearing a level where there's few weapons to pick up. So I'm going to check how much money I have, and based on that, decide which route to take here. Yeah, so we have enough. We have all the money that we need, so we're good. So in this level, there's a strat. So now you're going to see pre-crime that are dropping from the ceiling, and if you pick them up with the concussion rifle early enough, oh, we hit the wall there. That's unlucky. If you hit them early enough, they actually fall from a tall height, and as you know, this means insta death. Let's see if we get those. We might have gotten that one. Yep,
yeah,
we got that
good.
one. So that's 3 out of 4. No, I don't think we got this one.
No.
Oh, yeah, this guy did not want to be tackled. Okay, and now we need to damage one more. That should be good. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go into this room and pick something up to progress through the level. And then when we go out the door, a very small little movement. Somebody's going to try to drop from the ceiling on our heads, and we just have to sidestep them. If you get hit, you go flying.
It doesn't look very dangerous, but if an enemy lands on you, you get ragdolled, and that's 5 seconds off your run, just like that. So we've stockpiled quite some weapons here, so I think we should be fast in this level. But if not, we can buy a combo. So let's see. Maybe you can explain just the black markets.
Yeah, well, so we've been collecting money throughout the run. As you may have noticed, there's a little money indicator below our health. And John can buy combos, fighting combos, and also weapons. I don't know where he gets them from, but...
So just a little strat here. You see that I didn't kill the last pre-crime there. It's because as soon as he dies, new pre-crimes spawn from the sky. And we want to do our sky tactic. Let's see if we get 1, 2. I think we got 2. That's pretty good.
Yeah, nice.
I'm just going to play with this guy here.
John is definitely not above kicking enemies while they're down.
Absolutely not.
In fact, I think he prefers it.
So I think you will realize, ask yourself if John is the good guy in this game. Just keep this question in mind. Okay, we just have a little waiting period. The rest of this level is just running, so.
Well, jumping.
Jumping. Uh-oh, what is that outside an airship? I hope we don't have to fight one of those.
Man, that'd be tricky. Rooftop battle. So this is an important level.
Yeah, so this is the first level, the first boss level, and also the first level we have a good chance of death. So first part of the level is, again, not hurting anyone whatsoever in any way.
We're gonna gently knock out these fine gentlemen who are trying to stop us.
And we're making them see a little bit of the scenery here. So
yeah.
It's getting increasingly harder to tackle enemies because yeah, they get new abilities over the game. But we still make quick work out. This guy, go see some scenery. So next up, you see there's a staircase with 4 pre-crime in it. If we defeat all of the 4 pre-crime, they drop a really juicy weapon, the Wasp Launcher. However, we don't want to waste time killing all of them. So instead, we're gonna bring a friend outside.
Oh, that was perfect.
You're gonna be friend. And we just want to move him a bit further. So he doesn't want to move, but we'll make him. And so as the rest of the level loads, the enemies in the staircase will deload. And they will count as basically deaths. So since this is the last remaining guy, we kill him and he drops a nice Wasp Launcher.
Yeah, very nice.
I'm just gonna get rid of my ammo here. Another thing here is I have this machine gun. And I'm gonna use it to damage Whitwer, which is the boss, a little bit. Actually, when he goes down to 25% health, he's supposed to go to the next phase. But if we time a Wasp Launcher shot nicely, we actually kill him. So now it's Ghost Whitwer that we're fighting.
Yeah, he's actually dead and flying around, but he still dropped a weapon, which is nice. And so this airship now will try to drop enemies. Just on the time. Yep. So we're trying to make the airship move just as it is dropping off enemies. And what will happen is that the enemies get ragdolled, they fall from a great height, and basically they don't get back up. Which is nice because we don't have to fight them like this. But also we get whatever weapons they drop.
Mind if I do a quick donation here?
Yep.
We just got 10 euros from Regina saying, great run so far, ratn and all, and keep it up. Greetings from Berlin.
Thank you,
Very
Regina.
nice. So normally the airship only moves when you've damaged it enough. For some reason, there's a gun called the, well, it's like a puke grenade. For some reason, the ship doesn't like that weapon. So if you hit it with that, it tends to move all the time, even if you haven't damaged it that much.
So when the airship moves, you basically have no chance of hurting it, except if you have the Wasp Launcher. That's why we really like this weapon. Now we're getting not great RNG, but that's okay. Let's see. The thing we would really like to avoid is a death. Nice. Okay.
You got it.
That was not perfect.
It's a little close, but it wasn't a death either.
I mean, this can be one death, multiple deaths. It can be 5, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, something like this. So I'm satisfied with this.
Not too bad.
So we were on the rooftop, and we're continuing to go to our next mission. And what's better way of exiting a rooftop than going through the sewers, of course?
That's right. They're right next to each other. Why not?
I mean,
These sewers lead to the
Hello?
botanical gardens.
So
I can find Iris Hinneman there. Maybe she can help me find out what's going on.
yeah. So what's John just saying? A very cool voice there. We were finding Iris Hinneman because
Sounds like a spider
yeah,
bites into the sewers.
as Milo explained, Barry told us that she invented pre-crime, so we're gonna go visit her. Now look at this feat of strength.
Maybe I can.
How manly.
I mean, how impressive is that?
Beating iron bars into submission. I think you could just squeeze through those bars, right?
Absolutely not. We have to show that we can break the bars.
He's too broad and muscular to squeeze through.
John is just an awful person. So we're gonna do a jump punch here to avoid grabbing this sledge there. Nice. Small strats that we also used in the first level, but we didn't really have time to explain. And just running to the end of the level.
Yeah. Quick one.
Pre-crime is dedicated. They're like going down to the sewers for us?
Yeah, they're willing to get their shoes dirty.
Man, I mean, raises for those guys.
Definitely. So here we have another sewer level,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Well, firstly, there's a kind of sewer stream which we're going to use to our advantage because it moves us along a little quicker. There's going to be enemies on jetpacks this time above this deep pit. So what else can we do but knock them down? Here, 2 for 1. Perfect. Okay, so this pit is pretty interesting. We have to climb across.
I will save it.
There are these sewage streams that come down. They are entirely RNG based, so you can't really predict when they will start. And so sometimes you have to wait for them. There is a ledge grabbing glitch by which you grab the ledge kind of backwards. And instead of climbing along the ledge, John will instead start climbing through the air as if he was on this ledge, which looks really good, and it can also get you places that you might otherwise not be able to get to. Would be perfect for this pit, only we've only been able to do it the wrong way around. So from the end of this ledge to the start. So there's definitely some room for improvement here. Could be a very nice strategy if we can do it consistently the right way around. But this needs to be investigated.
For now, it's just a funny glitch.
Yeah.
So now we're on the other side, and we're going to keep using the sewer river to go down. But now what's going to happen is that when we try to go down here, we're going to get ragdolled. When this happens, we take a lot of damage. So we're going to buy one of the 3 invincibility shields that are available to us in the black market. You'll see that all the upgrades are quite limited. It's like 2 or 3 of them. So we really have to make sure that we use them in the right places for an optimal run.
That's right. Here, these enemies, we're trying to ignore them because the trigger is on these enemies that just came from the door. But they're going to mix, of course, so it's a little difficult to see which ones we need to defeat.
So now I marked them with the damage, so I think I know which one I need to defeat.
Yeah, nice.
Yep, we're good.
Yeah, what a way to travel, huh? Just follow the sewage downstream.
Now the trigger is actually on the spider bots. And now for some weird reason we have to turn off the surplus pumps. I don't know exactly why. And I recently watched the cutscene, so it tells you something about how logical the story of this this game is.
Yeah, it's a little confusing. Also, these workers are normally just neutral to you, but the moment you even touch their equipment, they just start punching you. They don't care. They don't ask questions.
Everybody's so dedicated to their job in this game.
As long as it means they get to beat you up, they're extremely dedicated.
All right, so now we're gonna go into a section of I think 4 or 5 levels with quite a lot of fighting. And first of all, we're gonna have a robot pure level. auto aim is not going to work here, but we still get a shot in. Takes a little bit of time for auto aim to wake up. And you'll see that I'll try to get quite a few skewers in this level. There's another little strat that I use that maybe you want to explain?
Yeah, definitely. So with the shotgun, every time you fire it, you have to do this little pump action to chamber the next shell, I suppose. But instead, if you stop aiming and then aim again at an enemy, John will forget that there's no shell in the chamber, and so you can just fire again. And this is a little bit faster than keep aiming, shooting, doing the pump action, and then shooting again immediately. And so these are a little bit more advanced robots. They can fire bullets now. Well, actually, the previous ones could too. These are just a different color.
Yeah, so this robot right here has less health and it has only the concussion rifle. The green ones are sort of level 2 robots. They have more health and they have the machine gun. And then the level 3 robots, they have a, well, you'll see.
yeah, a little surprise.
They have grenade launchers, okay? Spoiler alert, I'm sorry.
So here we're going to shoot some enemies from the sky again as they come through the ceiling. But in the meantime, I will tell you about some lore here. We just met Iris, the inventor of the pre-crime precog system. And she tells us that sometimes it happens that the 3 precogs who are supposed to predict murders, they don't agree on a prediction. Sometimes 2 of them will think that somebody is going to murder someone, and the other one thinks that something else is going to happen. And this is when they file a minority report. There's the name of the game. And John is shocked because this means that sometimes it's possible that he's arrested people who may not have become murderers.
So I'm gonna save it. Sorry for the time, but this is better than a death.
That would have been very risky.
It is. This is also quite a dangerous level, and it's not the most dangerous one of this section. So
Gonna need some health after this.
it's also a beautiful display of auto aim not doing what I want.
It really has a mind of its own.
All in all, this was fast.
Yeah, nice.
So at this point in the game, you have to ask yourself, which is the most powerful weapon in the game? Is it machine gun? Is it grenade launcher? Is it the wasp launcher?
There's so many good weapons to choose from, but I think actually the deadliest weapon in this game is the trees.
The trees?
That's right, the trees. There are many trees in this level, and for some reason, if you ragdoll enemies into it, they will lose all their health instantly. So let's give this a try. There we go. We're not entirely sure why this happens. Maybe there was supposed to be a mechanic that coconuts fall from these trees on the enemies' heads. Maybe they've got some poisonous bark. Maybe they're just allergic, like they got some pollen allergy. But also the hitbox is quite generous. You can just throw enemies kind of near the trees, and the game will consider it good enough.
Oh, I'm surprised this one did. That guy didn't get killed.
You just gotta nudge him. So yeah, very helpful mechanic. There are lots of enemies in this level.
Get this guy. Ah!
Stuck on a bench.
So it's kind of hard to do this tackle sometimes. In order to do the tackle, you actually need to pick up speed. So I'm always trying to pick up the minimum amount of speed so I can do the tackle as fast as possible, one after the other.
Yeah, and it's always nicest to get the enemy to fall into the tree right away, so you don't have to pick them up and throw them into the tree afterwards.
So that was sort of the easy level with the killer trees. Now in this level, there's only 1 killer tree, so I have to do a better job of actually aiming the enemies right into the tree.
Yeah, that's right. It's high risk, high reward, because if you hit the enemy into the tree, it's an insta-kill. If you miss it, though, you have to go after the enemy, who is now across the room.
Yeah.
And you have to try again.
Let's see.
All right.
So I'm gonna try to aim here. Yeah, okay, didn't get it. So let's talk about the puking.
Finally. So pre-crime often has these sticks that they hit you with, and it causes you to, well, excavate your stomach. And John can just keep doing this forever. I think maybe he has some snacks between levels.
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, well, we didn't need to get the kill tree for that guy.
But you can also jump out of this throwing up animation. And so it's not super harmful.
Yeah, and but you can also get out the animation by doing a punch. But while you're doing this, you're still puking all over yourself, so it's quite fun.
Gotta get some skewers here. Yeah, nice. Also, aim really making life difficult.
Yeah. I don't really have much recourse if we lose too much health here, so I will be cautious.
Nice. Some triple skewer there.
Now we're gonna go out of the way, get some weapons, as usual.
Oh, nice.
Oh, did I get him? Yes.
I think you did, yeah. So there...
Don't hit us, don't hit us, don't hit us, don't hit us, don't hit us. Yes.
Oh, very nice. So there we damaged an enemy just enough that the exploding spiders that were after us finished him off. And the trigger for opening the door was on him, so then we could just walk right through.
So now this is the second dangerous level of the game, where a death is likely. So let's see if I do this correctly. Luckily I have quite a few weapons.
Yeah, so all these weapons are supposed to be non-lethal, right? So we have this concussion rifle, which fires these bolts. We have a shotgun that fires, I guess, rubber pellets.
Who knows?
A machine gun. All right, maybe we shouldn't think too much into it. Anyway, we're just knocking them out.
So John loves aiming at the spiders, by the way, which is completely useless. And also at the enemies which already don't have any health.
Yeah.
It's also kind of useless. There we go.
That was a nice one.
Yeah. All right. Now we want some more.
Now here there are some quite tight quarters, which is actually nice for us because it means the enemies will be very bunched up. And we're going to buy a combo that makes enemies ragdoll very easily. And so we're going to try to kind of knock them into each other and get some extra damage from that.
So they're a bit slow to get in here now. There we go. Got a party.
But this is also quite dangerous because it's pretty difficult to avoid hits when you're this close.
Yeah. So one of these enemies will, or two of these enemies will drop health, but it's hard to know which one it is. All right, now we got them bunched up. Can do some nice triple hits there.
Yeah, very nice. There was the health.
Yeah.
We don't quite need it yet, though. Well, might as well.
Oh. And I need to save a bit of ammo here. There we go. And here we have the level 3 robots. Very dangerous.
Oh, there we go.
Especially when you do stuff like this.
Kind of got stuck on the...
I can like hug the robot there.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
So normally when you get close to these robots, they instead of firing a grenade, they do this kind of punch animation, which is much easier to avoid and much less dangerous.
I guess they didn't follow protocol here.
No, they didn't.
All right, so we're back to a jetpack level, and now it's a jetpack sewer level. I mean,
best of both worlds. It's amazing.
What else do I need to say? So first of all, we're going to try a clip here. So you see there's falling sewers. And of course, if we hit the falling sewers, we fall and get a ragdoll and blah, blah, blah. A lot of time loss. But if we got a very specific angle between the sewers and the wall, we can actually skip it. So let's see if we get that here. Yes.
Nice.
Second one? No, the second one is particularly hard. I don't know why, but it's okay. This is definitely on par.
Yeah, in one of these rooms, we're gonna go straight to the left to avoid a rocket firing.
Nice.
Nice. To avoid a rocket firing pre-crime officer. It's right here. He is very good with this grenade launcher.
Nice.
And we did get it. Normally, he just knocks you out of the sky.
And a second clip.
And a second clip. This is quite good.
Yeah. This is close to optimal. Yeah, the only pre-crime with a grenade launcher in the entire game. So you didn't get to see any of it.
You have to play the game for yourself, I suppose.
Yeah. So here in this level there is a steriflux that in the air. This damages us. So guess what? We have to hurry to the end. Oh no.
Yeah. Do you think we can hurry?
Whatever shall we do?
You think we can be fast enough?
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, let's actually try to avoid obstacles.
Yeah, so this is actually the steriflux from the pumps that we shut off earlier, I think.
Yeah, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
Why we shut them off?
I think he actually has a voice line to say, why did I do this thing?
Oh, I think, yeah, maybe it's an overflow or something.
Yeah.
I don't know much about plumbing.
So here we get we get some ice surgery. Iris has told us, okay, you need to find this precog that didn't agree with the prediction you're going to murder someone. So our job now is to go back to the police station, to pre-crime, and kidnap this precog, basically. But there are identity scanners all over the city, and they work by scanning your irises. So what we had happen in the previous cutscene is some black market doctor basically replaced our eyes to keep it less gory.
Sounds like there's a riot going on out there.
And so in this staircase here, if you remember the staircase in Rooftop Battle, there's a bit of a similar thing going on here, that if we defeat the two enemies at the top there, they will drop a weapon. So we're gonna again try to bring a friend to the next part of the level, deload the enemy in the staircase, and this way get a free weapon. But also, it turns out that when you do this, so the enemies in the next part of the level, they have a random chance of dropping an impact shotgun, which is a nice weapon. And if you do this trick, we have no idea why, but it turns out that the chances of dropping weapons is increased.
Oh, he just got locked out.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So we're gonna wait a little bit for the enemy in the staircase to get deloaded. So okay, well I know which one it is that has the concussion rifle. I keep him on screen because if I don't do this, he can actually get deloaded. That's no bueno.
No, we want his weapon.
All right, will he drop it? Yep.
Ah,
perfect.
very nice.
And now we're hoping that we get one more weapon drop here, which would make the next two levels much better. Ouch. Okay, time to buy a good combo. So even though I've played this game even though I've speedrun this game for 5 years, the taunts still get to me. Tells you something about, I don't know.
All right,
we didn't get the weapon, unfortunately. That's
no, bad
unlucky.
luck. Yeah, bad RNG, as they say in the business. So now we're outside, and there's a riot going on. We're not exactly sure why. There's a theory that pre-crime is looking for us, so they're coming to this kind of neighborhood that doesn't really like the police, and so that's why there's a riot now. But anyway, there's people throwing chairs. There's police all around, and we're trying to focus on the pre-crime officers first of all. Basically, we're going to go defeat all the pre-crime officers, and then we're going to wait in a corner for a dropship that's going to drop more pre-crime. And when we're there, we want nobody else that auto-aim can target. So any enemies that are targeting us right now, we need to defeat.
Oops.
Some collateral damage there.
Oh, funny. All right, let's see if we get... There are 4 pre-crimes, see if we get all 4 of them.
Yeah, they're going to drop from the sky again, and we're going to try to shoot them mid-air.
1, 2...
2...
Oh!
3, 4.
Yes!
Yeah, all 4. Very nice.
Nice.
All right, there's an explosion there. We have to wait just a little bit because it lingers. You still get killed if you go through it afterwards.
Right. Here we're gonna do a jump punch just to skip this ledge here.
Or is it a punch jump?
Or, you know what? Walkie-talkie, talkie-walkie.
Exactly. Here again, trying to focus on the pre-crime.
And I'm saving a bit of ammo because we will need, since we didn't get that impact shotgun earlier, we will need a bit of extra ammo for the second boss of the game, which is the next level.
That's right, Ken Nara.
Ken Nara. So Ken Nara is equipped with a wasp launcher. Needless to say, that's very dangerous. He can even one-shot us, and sometimes he can just like shoot us twice in a row, and that's that can very easily be a death. Luckily, very recently we discovered a way to make him put his weapon back into his trousers, so maybe we get to show that off. It's just simply a jump push that he sidesteps, and then he puts the weapon back. Oh, so let's try this now.
There he goes. He realized the error of his ways, and there he goes. So we're going to try to stun lock him into a kind of combo. Yeah, this one.
Oh no, we don't want him in there. Don't go in there. Ouch. Yeah, there you go.
There's the jump punch. Oh, he didn't put away his weapon yet?
Oh, because he got... Right.
Oh, very close. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Subway station not far from here.
He got stuck in the fountain.
Yeah, that's that was really the point. When he gets stuck in the fountain, we basically can't get to him. So, and he really liked to have his weapon out this time. So that was worst case scenario. Fortunately, it's not a big time loss. The level is very short.
It is a small level.
Guess which one of these guys has the key?
That's basically what we want. That's exact combo.
There we go. That worked.
Launch him in the air, shoot him, and then do the same thing again. That looks good. Very nice.
And now we get to go in the fountain.
That's right. Little dance, little victory dance.
Yeah, little. You'll see more of that later.
Very important. Very important to the run.
Absolutely. There's some traditions in this run. I mean, so Sprawl Subway is definitely the most boring level in the game. We just have to defeat all the pre-crime.
You do a great job hyping up this level.
Well, 1 out of 40 levels I get to be angry about.
That's true.
I love the rest of them. So if there are some donations, maybe this would be a good time.
Well, I got plenty of stuff to talk about, so let me do just that. We are currently raising money for Mind, and you know the work they do is quite important, as in every region in the world, mental disorders surpass 10% of the population. Governments seem to lack momentum in reducing the burden of mental health problems, as only 55% have mental health awareness and only 8% of suicide prevention plans. Organizations like Mind help raise awareness to the issue, helping us to get one step closer to a world where everyone gets the help they need. So yeah, that is, you know, a great cause for us to donate some, be able to donate some money to. When you do donate, we have 2 more incentives still going. Or 3 more actually. We've the choosable, the playable character in Survival gets 4 between the boy and the girl. We have pick the costume in Castle on the Coast. Right now, we actually have a lead there with the Solid Mammal. You play as a box, literally, in the lead, but you still can donate to George64, George but Retro, or Alejandra the Girl Wizard. And we can play the game as in Uwu mode. That is still 75 euros away, so be sure to get some donations in. And yeah, let's see some more of Minority Report.
Uwu mode, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means, but you know, it's bound to be fun.
That's why we have to get it.
Exactly.
We gotta see what it's about. All right, here we are back at pre-crime. We just wandered back into the police station as, you know, a fugitive, as a potential murderer. And we're gonna go kidnap a precog.
Yeah.
Small task.
So again, is John the good guy here? So we're gonna have a little strat here. We're on the 3rd floor, I guess, of pre-crime. There are 2 red guys here. One of them drops a weapon. We want that weapon. We don't want to fight them. So what we're gonna do is gonna lure them into this corner. They don't know how to take the elevators apparently, and this happens instead. So great.
They just give us the weapon. Very nice. Yeah, so the aim of this level is to get some gear and get some stimulants, because these precogs are kept in kind of a coma, kind of a dreamlike state, and we need to wake one of them up. Her name is Agatha, by the way, and yeah, we're gonna take her to a safe place to download stuff in her brain.
So now we're gonna go out of the way a little bit there just to pick up some extra weapons in the armory. John looks beautiful in his superhero suits.
Just skipping around. Not a care in the world.
Oh.
Alright, maybe some cares in the world.
Let's see.
Here's a tricky jump coming up.
Yep.
We're gonna get through glass. Across the ledge. Oh, that was kind of close,
Yeah.
but you got it.
We got it.
With this jumping, it's a little bit faster, but you know, you can't really change your trajectory mid-jump. So you can accidentally jump off of ledges.
Yeah, so when you have all of Breakroom is basically made of spirals, can get a little bit tricky.
What you saw there, by the way, we were in kind of a mini cutscene. John pushed the button and we lost control over him, and we went to look at the door that opened. Pre-crime doesn't wait. Pre-crime just keeps attacking you, keeps punching you, while John is just standing there. This will be important later on too, because we can get knocked about quite a bit.
All right, so now it's time for a food fight.
Well, first we gotta steal Agatha.
Yeah, it was stealing. Yeah, okay, great. There's a name for that, John, okay? It's not okay.
It really isn't.
So, food fight. So, if you remember Clancy, who asked us to help him out with cleaning out the hooligans in the mall. So, now he's back again. We're going to ask him to take care of Agatha while we're fighting off some pre-crime. But, you know, Clancy needs to pull his weight in this speedrun. So, at one point, he'll have to make a little bit of a sacrifice. You'll see what I mean.
Yeah, in the meantime, we're just going to fight some more pre-crime.
Luckily, we picked up some extra weapons, so this should go a bit faster.
Sorry, this is not pre-crime, this is security, but pre-crime will arrive later.
Yeah.
Oof, there's the heavy attack from the big guard. Particularly dangerous. Oh, trying to get some nice skewers, but Auto Aim wants to do a 180.
Oh. Right. Get some weapons. Weapons good.
I like this animation, by the way. When you shoot someone with the machine gun, they have like 2 frames that they cycle between. Very nice.
Okay, we have to make sure to pick up the weapon before we kill the remaining pre-crime. Oh. So now security guards are gonna go attack Clancy, but we're not gonna help him. Not right away at least, because we have some pre-crimes that are falling from the sky, and we really want to pick them up while they're high in the sky. Let's see, do we get some more? Do we get some more?
You get some more.
Then we got one. It's really hard to tell where they're gonna come from.
There's another one. Yeah, nice.
That should be a good one.
One more.
All right, yes.
Yeah,
all
very
right.
nice.
So let's not be greedy and check up on Clancy.
Yeah, if Clancy gets to 0 health, well, we have to do this entire level over. He went all the way into the bathroom.
Oh
Whoa.
my god, that was so close.
That is very close.
Don't complain, Clancy. This is fine. I've seen you in worse states.
Really? Worse than 1 health? I guess 0 health is worse.
Yeah, this enemy would not get hit anymore. Interesting.
I guess ragdoll physics was really, you know, in its infancy still in 2002.
There's someone else? Yeah, there.
Just stuck behind some chairs.
All right. There we go. That was fairly good, actually.
Yeah, not too bad. Shot some guys from the sky.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
So in this level, you're gonna see a familiar level again. It's the mall,
That's right.
but this time it's pre-crime we have to fight.
It's entirely different. Not hooligans, we have pre-crime instead. But
So-
we can make use of a killer tree here.
Yeah. So let's see.
So here we're just going after the blue guys. The trigger is on them for some reason, and we have to kill 15 of them. So we can count that down. There's one.
One,
Thank you, killer tree.
two,
2,
three,
3, 4.
I got on my way to get some weapons. Hello. 5,
5,
6. Seven.
We don't really care about these other guys, but Ultra Aim does.
8.
8. 9. Very nice.
9.
Oh yeah, nice. 10. 11.
Almost 12.
12.
Yes. 13.
13. Oh, so close. Very nice when you can. That one was already dead, wasn't he?
Yeah, 12.
I lost count. I think that was 14.
Yeah.
And
I
this will be
think
15.
So now there's a bit of a delay before the level ends, so we're going to use this delay to pick up some nice weapons.
Right. Kind of low health, but it should be all right now. Try to get to this weapon.
Yeah, but we're already...
Oh, we're full. Well, that's a good problem to have.
Yeah. The one time I actually reached this weapon, we're full.
That's right. All right, so now we're back at the Dreamweaver to put Agatha in one of these booths. People go here to have nice dreams, basically. And we're going to try to see what's in her head.
So there is a strat here where we actually manipulate the spawning of these enemies. There are 2 spawn points in this level. So there's one right here to the left, and there's another one by the bar. Now it turns out that if you have one spawn point inside, of course, the enemies will spawn in the other spawn points. Oh, I forgot to pick up the. Now, why we want to manipulate the spawn points of the enemies? Well, it actually turns out that the number of enemies that spawn is different depending on which spawn point you choose. So I need to have the spawn point inside.
There we go.
So when we have the bar spawn, only 3 pre-crime spawn, 2 of which are red, and they have a bit less health, so this goes much faster.
And it's also quite a nice area to get some skewers. They're pretty bunched up. Well,
So
I don't know if you would call that a skewer.
I think that's the 4th wave. Just want to trigger one more,
Yeah.
and that should be the last wave right here.
Yeah. So now we don't need to worry about the spawn point manipulation anymore, and we can just focus on these enemies. 2 for 1. Very nice.
Perfect.
There she is, by the way, Agatha. Now something happens in the plot here. Rufus, the owner of the Dreamweaver, he glances at something in Agatha's brain, which is Soul Enterprise, and he goes off. He's like, "This is a very evil corporation, and I won't tell you more. But there's this guy Okawa, which you can find, and he can tell you everything." So John is going to do exactly that.
Yeah.
And he's going to take the metro, of course.
In that cutscene, by the way, he's just absolutely chilling in the metro. I mean, he's just like nowhere in the world.
That's right.
And when pre-crime arrived, John decides, you know what? I'm going to diversify. I've thrown pre-crime into killer trees. I've thrown pre-crime off balconies, off skyscrapers, and now we're throwing them off a moving subway.
That's right. I'm sure they're fine, though. I mean, John wouldn't kill anybody.
Of course not.
Anyway, the precogs would have seen this coming if he had, so...
Yeah, exactly. So one strat that we use here is when the enemies are ragdoll, we can actually use our model to sort of like nudge them in the right direction. In this case, the right direction is out of the subway. All right.
But it's a little tricky to do though.
So at one point they have low health that you know, you get diminishing returns on throwing them out. If they have low health, might as well just get the rest of the health bar out. And the yellow guys also have very little health, so then these guys we can just take out immediately. There we go.
Just nudge them out of the door there.
Yeah.
The glass breaks very easily in this game, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You just have to look at it and it shatters. All right.
All right.
Nice.
So we're on to Mosley now. So we've saved a lot of money. We've bought some combos, and it's for this level.
Yeah, so we've seen Ben Mosley before, and now it's time for a rematch. He's going to do similar tricks as before, but this time we're going to mix things up. We're going to be very nice to him, and we're going to not use any weapons. So in this level, we cannot use any weapons. Mosley, once he gets to a certain percentage of health, is again going to call in enemies. But this time, after he calls in the enemies, they come in through some subway doors, he becomes invincible. Now there's a very slight delay between him calling in enemies and him becoming invincible. So what we want to do is get him right above a certain health level and then damage him a lot all at once, which is what's happening here right now.
Oh, did we get it? Yes, we did.
So in this case...
really low on health, so I will buy an invincibility shield.
Yeah, quite risky. So what happens then is that Mosley crosses 2 health boundaries in a very short amount of time. And, well, basically 2 waves of enemies are spawned in at the same time. And this obviously saves some time. Again, we can throw enemies into each other, they ragdoll, they do more damage to each other. So that's all very nice. And there's one more mechanic that works to our advantage here. And that is that Mosley will become vulnerable again after you defeat any of the waves. It doesn't matter if any other enemies are still around from another wave. As you can see right now, he's attacking again, and he is vulnerable. Now, in total, there should be 5 waves of enemies, and these were the first 2. But now we're basically going to do the same thing as before. We're going to damage Mosley to just above one of these health boundaries, where he spawns in a wave. And then we're going to damage him a lot in a very short amount of time, which is right now. So again, we're going to try to spawn in 2 waves.
Yes, I think we got it.
Very nice. And now with these waves, we're going to do something different. So with these waves, we're going to leave 1 enemy alive, which means that we've defeated one of the waves by definition. Mosley will become vulnerable again, because one of the waves is defeated. And once he crosses that last health boundary, he's going to call in the last wave of enemies. But at that point, we kill the remaining enemy that we had left alive. And this causes Mosley to become vulnerable again, and then we can reduce his health to 0 and basically beat the level. And in that way, we skip the last wave entirely.
So in the end, we instead of beating 5 consecutive pre-prime wave, we've actually beaten 2 super waves and skipped 1 normal wave.
Yeah, it's a lot more efficient.
So sometimes this doesn't work, so we hope that he aggro's there, and he did. Great.
So now we have 1 enemy left there. We're going to keep him alive until Mosley spawns in the last wave.
Perfect. Which good.
Looks to be right now. And now we're going to quickly defeat this enemy to make Mosley vulnerable again.
Let's take the health. No. But is he aggroed? No, he isn't.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
For some reason, this doesn't work sometimes, and we're not sure why. But yeah, in principle, it should.
So here, the plan was to just defeat Mosley, but he's not vulnerable for some reason. It could be that sometimes, well, if you defeat the last enemy too fast, then Mosley hasn't become invulnerable yet. But this time we waited quite a long time, so I don't think that was the case here.
Hey, we need to still do some research on this.
It's pretty rare, but it does happen once in a while. But still, we instead of doing 5 consecutive waves, we did 2 super waves and 1 regular wave.
Oh, come on.
Gotta be a little careful here because he's still pretty powerful.
Yeah.
And we don't have that much health. Ah, nice. Ooh. Pretty good.
And that was Mosley.
Yeah, very nice. So a death can also occur here. Things can go wrong with spawning the waves. So this was not too bad all in all.
Not too bad. We got two super waves. Pity that we didn't get to show off the last wave skip, but yeah, what
It
can
was
we do?
stolen from us.
Yeah, we did everything right. Subway Riot, that's more pew pew boom boom hit boom level.
Yeah, this time there are some civilians as well. They're just minding their own business. They're not attacking anyone. But Precrime doesn't care. Precrime is going to attack them anyway. We are as well, by the way, to be fair.
You know, yeah, there's gonna be collateral damage.
It's all for a good cause, right?
To prove our innocent innocence.
Yeah, exactly. A very nice bunching up of enemies here. Very nice.
Right.
And this is a tight corridor in which there are quite a few enemies as well. But again, tight corridors are kind of nice for this because they ragdoll into each other. Does make things a little difficult to see though. It's a little difficult to see what's going on. By the way, all John has to do here to progress is push a button. But the thing is, he won't push the button until he's defeated enough enemies. I think maybe it's a
matter of pride.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, it's probably a matter of pride. Matter of principle, in fact.
Yeah, now we have a nice view over that Precrime's behind. Yeah, so now John is happy. He's hit enough enemies, so now he can exit the level. He can push that button to open the exit of the level.
Yeah. That's
Right.
that. We can ignore all the other enemies.
So this level, normally you would there is a first section in this level where you defeat a bunch of Precrime, and this makes this sort of like bus that's blocking the road accessible. You can go over it. We're gonna skip that. We're just gonna go up on this sidewalk, do a jump punch, and boom, we skip the bus.
There we go.
Next, there's a bunch of Precrime to defeat, and then we go over now sections. Pay attention, you can see the Precrime spawn. Yep.
And now we're gonna ignore them.
We're just gonna not care about that at all. Go
So
here.
I think casually this level is quite long, right?
Yeah, I would say
Minutes.
3 minutes. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
this was 26 seconds.
Not bad. This is the Pepper Hotel, right? We visited it before. We're going through it again.
Did you miss the Pepper Hotel? You're in luck.
Oh, I kind of did, to be honest. But this time, we don't have Precrime here. We got these rioters.
They keep surprising us.
Wow, this game.
So it's unclear. We still don't understand exactly what the trigger for this part of the level is, but we know it has something to do with defeating the hooligans.
Seems to be a pretty safe bet here, yeah.
But we don't know exactly which one needs to be defeated in order to open that door there.
Seems to be one of the last ones. Ah, is it going to be the last one? Really?
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Out of luck. That's okay. These enemies are not too bad to defeat.
No, you knock them down, you punch them once, and that's it.
Yeah. As you can see, I'm really taking advantage of the ragdoll damage here because these enemies have much less health and they take a lot of ragdoll damage.
After we ignore these spiders, we're going to see quite a few of these rioters bunched up again, which is very nice for us. Gonna try to slide into them and...
Oh, I didn't hit a single one. That's unusual.
But yeah, when we slide into them, we just throw everyone all over the place.
I love the voice acting in this game also.
It's very convincing.
I like how the level ends before you have time to even... Before the money even has time to react and get to you.
That's right. Here's Okabo, by the way. Here he is standing behind this little counter. We want to get some information from him on Soul Enterprise, but he's not going to tell us. Well, maybe there's one way to get him to tell us something, and that's by doing him a favor. We have to get his computer from his apartment.
So this is just a nice walk down the city, you know, a nice stroll.
Nothing really happens here,
The
really.
district, yeah.
It's pretty empty.
Yeah, you can hear the birds chirping.
Yeah.
Just,
Little breeze, maybe.
you hear something?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think maybe another bird.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here's what you asked for.
Super John is
Yeah.
amazing here.
So we give Okawa his computer, and he says, "Okay, I'll tell you all about Seoul Enterprises." And what do we learn?
We learned that they're really, really bad. And also
Wow.
that they're right over there.
Yeah.
He points us to their building and, and to the back door, and that's it.
Okawa says Seoul Enterprises is at their factory, and John says, "Say no more."
On his way.
So we have a whole section in the first level of this, first floor of this level here, but we can skip all of that by just grabbing this ledge here.
Yeah, maybe the developers overlooked this, but you can just skip all of that.
Yeah. So now we're on the sort of second part of the level. We jump this gap.
And here we have to, well, we go up an elevator, but then we have to push a button, and we get another one of these little mini cutscenes. Now it's possible that a robot spawns in and grenades us all over the place. It didn't happen this time. But sometimes, once the cutscene ends, you end up on the bottom of this level, which is not very nice. Here the trigger is on the pre-crime, so we only really care about them. But auto-aim has a mind of its own, and well, there's going to be some collateral damage.
Come on.
And
First on the floor.
there we go.
All right, we're approaching the end of the game here.
Oof, time flies.
Yeah, we have 3 more levels. So in this level, the next level, it has quite a lot of fighting. And this level is very fast, but it has a lot of juicy weapons. So
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna go well, kind of above a factory floor. There's going to be all these conveyor belts. There's going to be laser beams across them. But we want to drop down straight away to the main factory floor, which is kind of a punishment area. In case you drop down, you have to deal with these robots.
Woo!
Take a little tumble. But aside from these robots, there are also some very nice weapons here, which are very useful. We go down here willingly and just kind of ignore the robots. And then we go back up. I'm sure the robots don't mind.
I'm really staring at my health here.
Yeah,
Here's kind of a
it's-
tricky jump. Nice.
Oh, nice.
All right, we should be good unless something that's not supposed to happen happens.
Oh, kind of close. So here, you're supposed to go across the top conveyor belt. There's all kinds of laser beams coming across. You have to do some kind of timing game. But we can also just walk across this little duct. There's a tricky jump here.
Yes.
We got it. If you miss that, you fall all the way down, and you
Yeah.
have to do all of that again.
And
So
this has happened to me before.
very nice that we didn't see this now.
So now we have the ultimate demonstration of bunching up enemies makes them die faster. So we're gonna go through the whole first part of this level, bunch up all the enemies, and then kill them all at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. Well, apart from the robots.
Yeah. So the robot is a bit dangerous, so we don't. We have enough weapons ourselves, robots. We can take care of this.
It's all right. Thank you, though.
And warning, there's gonna be a lot of puking here.
Yeah, if you're a little queasy, look away.
That's one puke.
Are we gonna count them?
I don't know.
Probably shouldn't. Oh, very nice. Look at that.
Maybe a second one. Do they need that? Yeah.
Oh, that's very good.
Okay. Calm down.
Try to get some skewers here.
All right, and now is the resolution of the plot. So let's listen to that while I do a little dance.
So that was your master plan to ruin my life? To drive me to murder you?
Actually, we just wanted you dead so we could disrupt pre-crime and place our own man as the commissioner. Now then, my robots do their job.
So there you have it.
That's the plot.
Any questions?
We were framed for murder because they wanted to kill us. But then pre-crime was going to arrest us, which they would needed to avoid. It's all a little confusing. And it seems a little overcomplicated, to to be honest.
Yeah. So if you didn't understand the plot, that's okay because I don't either. But now we just have to defeat some of these robots, and we'll be on to the last level of the game.
Oh no, auto aim. Auto aim tries to aim through walls sometimes.
Yeah, auto aim identified the wall as a threat.
And we took care of that real quick.
Yeah.
All right, last level.
Yeah, so this is the last level and also one of the riskiest and the most time-saving tricks in the run.
That's right, all the way at the very end. We're going to fight Nikki again, Nikki Jameson. She is quite a formidable foe. We're going to fight her over here for a little bit. And then she's going to flee, and we're going to follow her upstairs. You can see there's kind of a shaft coming down from the ceiling here. A couple floors up is where that shaft begins. And over there it's a pit. If you fall into that pit, then it's an instant death. But if Nikki falls into the pit, it's also an instant death. And so we want to, use this to our advantage. Basically, what we're going to do is use a specific kind of setup where we stand on the very edge of the pit, we crouch down, and then we aim a weapon at Nikki. And when we do this, Nikki will always try to attempt a specific grapple move, which will launch us forward, but which will cause her to move or to jump backwards, which in this case is where the pit is. So this is a nice setup because, well, Nikki is has a lot of health. She avoids a lot of attacks, and so it's very nice to be done with her immediately. However, it's also pretty risky because, setting up this setup, you can fall into the pit yourself. Nikki can kind of bug out and launch you into the pit along with her. She can not cooperate and not jump into the pit after she's done with you. There's a lot of risk, but it saves minutes of fighting time if it works. And so it is always worth it.
Oh, not that one, John. There we go. All right, so we're coming up on the last trick of the level. Get ready on time. As soon as the cutscene starts playing, that's time. Let's see if we get it.
Crouch on the edge of the pit and get her to grapple you.
Okay. Need to try again. Oh. Oh, fall down.
Oh,
No,
so
okay.
close.
Try again. Ooh, that was risky. The setup is really tricky. Oh, that was risky.
That's kind of a glitched out grapple there.
Yeah, it's because we didn't. Okay.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's okay. We've the estimate that counts for this sort of thing.
That's right. We'll try again next time.
So I'm actually happy that we got to see this because I think you can understand now how risky this strat is.
You can really appreciate it,
and
yeah.
how difficult it is to execute. I think we're gonna go. The run did not go too badly, so I think we will try it one more time. But if not, we will go for a safe strat.
Yeah, it's really pretty exciting. This is a strat that comes in right at the end of the run.
Wow.
Ooh.
Just a bit of health here. So if there are any short donations, maybe until we get to the end of the level here.
Well, actually, we do. We just got 20 euros from SQ and ZTB. I don't know how to otherwise pronounce that. 12.29. Rickles, can we get 350 euros before the end of this run? Isomochi. 12.31. SQ and ZTB. Yes, I think we will. And with that, we have officially raised just as much as we did during BSG Monthly 7.
Wow, very nice.
Meeting our very first milestone of the day.
Very
awesome.
nice.
All right, we're coming up on the strat here again. Let's get it.
Fingers crossed. There we go. And
there
time.
it is, time.
Oof. So now we get to see the resolution of the main plot. John was accused of murder. Will he actually kill someone? Well, okay, she isn't dead. Spoiler alert.
So what was the time on that?
119 flat.
Oh, that's
too
okay.
bad.
That's okay. We won one death at the end there. Could have yeah.
And
I've seen worse.
also the saving takes some time.
So yeah, because it's a marathon run, we decided to do this run with saves. In case the game crashes, this happens a lot. But if we play this game without saving, it can be, I think, 1 or 2 minutes faster. So yeah, the world record right now is 113. So if you translate this, it would be a world record 115 with saves. So okay, 4 minutes off the world record. That's happy with that.
Yeah, not too bad.
All right, is John a murderer? Let's find out here.
So this, by the way, is the guy that he was supposed to murder, according to the prediction. And well, this is basically going exactly as the murder precogs predicted.
This looks like an episode from The Boys. This like where the superheroes are bad guys, right?
Do they have these swimming goggles as well?
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Kill me. Shut up.
Oh man.
Let's see. Last cutscene of the game.
Oh, did you do it, John? Did you kill him?
No.
Oh, he's a good guy.
So he's a good guy
He's
in
a
the
good guy
end.
after
Yeah,
all.
okay,
Right.
yeah. So, first I want to say a big thank you to the organizers of BSG for accepting this run. This I speedrun this game for 5 years, and it's the first time I show it anywhere. So, thanks a lot for that. Very happy about it. And I want to shout out, of course, Olin for being here with me. I appreciate your great commentary.
My pleasure.
Shout out to Total Chaos, which always joins the streams. And also, of course, Mizzle6 for joining the running this game, and Brain Explosion, who's revived my interest in really doing research on this game for this year. So yeah, thanks a lot, and that's it.
Thanks for watching.
And thank you guys for showcasing Minority Report Everybody Runs. That'll be it for me for today, but I'll be giving you over, or handing you over to the lovely Grumpmeister. He's going to be hosting the last 2 runs of the day. After the break, we'll be back with Resident Evil Village, and then after that, we'll have Saints Row 4. So some fantastic runs still coming for tonight. So yeah, stay tuned, and we'll be right back with you guys.